This is a video detailing how the absence threshold reports work in ad hoc and the options that you have. School's been in session at this district almost 2 weeks now. I'm going to go click on the paper icon and open the Analytics Hub and go to the attendance folder because that's where all of the House Bill 410 reports are. We have 3 choices for threshold reports. This absence threshold summary is the original threshold report that came out at first when House Bill 410 logic was added to DASL. And this is the basic report that just shows a PDF. I get a lot of questions, or we get a lot of questions about how come my school doesn't show in this drop down for the thresholds. So this district that I'm using on Play has 10 buildings, but only 7 show. Acme West and Acme Primary don't show. That's because they have no students that have met the House Bill 410 thresholds yet. I'm going to purposely pick the high school because that's the one I'm working with today. If I wanted them all, I could change this to not equal to, and I could leave this blank. But I want high school, so I'll say equal to high school. Student status, I want all the students. I don't care what student status they are. I need to know if they hit the threshold. So I'm going to change this to not equal to, and then I do not have to fill anything out in the value column. So I use that shortcut a lot, is not equal to. So when this report completes, this is the threshold report, and these highlighted in blue means they've hit the trigger in the last 7 days. There's 2 other reports for thresholds that I actually like better. I'm going to go back into the attendance. This absence threshold detail. Anytime you see the word detail on the end of a report name means it comes out in Excel nicely. I'm going to fire this one up. It has the same prompts as the PDF version, the original version. And I'm going to use my trick, well, it actually has one more prompt. School name, I'm going to do not equal to. I want all the schools back. Status name, I want all the students who hit the threshold, and I want all the grade levels. I'm going to hit OK. And again, since it says the word detail, it's going to come out in Excel nicely. But this doesn't look that nice. Well, you click on this drop down here, export to CSV. This is where you get the choice. And I'm going to open this with Excel. And now I have every student and what date they hit the trigger and what threshold. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove this first line, delete that. Now I have last name, first name, school name, etc. I'm going to click this triangle over in the corner and highlight the whole spreadsheet, then go up to data. And I want to filter it. When you click the filter, it puts these drop downs, and I just want the high school. So I'm going to unselect all, select the high school. So now I have every high school student and what threshold they met. Now the other report I want to show you for thresholds, and this is going to be really helpful as we get into the school year. I'm going to go back into attendance, absence thresholds by date range. So a lot of you are running these thresholds reports several times a week. And you don't want the students who you've already taken care of to show up on the threshold report again unless they've hit a new threshold. So I'm going to show you an example of how you can make that happen. I'm purposely going to choose the high school. So the school name is equal to the high school. Student status name, I want all the kids to meet the threshold, so I'm going to say not equal to, but the trigger date. So I want students who hit the trigger this week because I already took care of the ones that hit the trigger last week. So we'll say hit it at 12. Unfortunately, it does make you put in time. And then we'll put now for this one. So any student at the high school who hit the trigger this week. I can go ahead and run that. And now I have my report and I have 4 students. That's much easier to work with. It says detail. I'm going to hope it comes out in CSV nicely. And not that great. So that is the downfall of that, and actually breaks the rule where I said if it, oh, that one does not end in the word detail, so never mind saying that. Okay, so I've got these 3 students that, or excuse me, 4 students that I've got to work with. Now I have another student, Diana or Dina Burke, and I know she hasn't showed up for school in 5 days, and my school day is 6 hours and 15 minutes, and if she hasn't showed up for 5 days in a row, she should have hit that consecutive thresholds of 30 hours, but she doesn't show up on here. Her name is Deanna Burke. So let's look her up. So here's Deanna Burke, and I'm going to pull up her school absences. So I type school AB in the cheater over there in the corner. All right, so she missed last Thursday, last Friday, then she missed Monday, and then Tuesday we were closed because we had a water main break, and yesterday she missed, and today she missed, so that's 5 days in a row. And I've rerun my house bill calc to catch this kid, but she still doesn't show up. And let's look at the calendar, make sure I said today was not a school day. So I'll go to the master calendar, and Deanna's on the default. So go to the master, and that was Tuesday the 20th. And let's take a look, make sure I have Tuesday the 20th. Yep, this other calamity day, no school. Now I'm going to go look at my sub calendar to make sure that Tuesday the 20th said that it was a calamity day. So she's on the default. Check this out. Oops, click the wrong button. I should have hit the 3rd icon. View the days. And the 20th, sure enough, there it is. However, the reason that, so what the House Bill Calc is doing, so she missed Thursday, Friday, and Monday. Well, the House Bill Calc is saying she showed up on Tuesday because she doesn't have an absence. And then she missed Wednesday, Thursday. So she broke that 5 days in a row when actually she didn't. Because what this building is missing is the calendar EMIS exception. So a lot of you watching this video can't add these exceptions, so you'll need to talk with the person in your district who adds these exceptions. A lot of times it's the EMIS coordinator, a lot of times it's not. It's different for each district. So on this calendar bulk exception management, I would need to make sure that I added an exception to make the 20th a non-attending day or an unplanned school day, 0 hours. I don't remember the exact name of the exception, but that's why she is not included on these thresholds. Then once I would add this exception, then the House Bill Calc would either have to be manually forced or would have to run at night. So I specifically did this example because this is going to happen a lot for Labor Day. So you've got to make sure that you have those EMIS exceptions in already because the House Bill Calc is looking at those. If you have questions about these threshold reports, or you have students that, wait a minute, how are these hours even adding up this way? Here's another suggestion for you. If you come back out here to the Analytics Hub, and I'm going to go into the attendance folder, but this time I'm going to scroll down. This is one of my favorite reports. Daily absence detail, the DAD is how I remember it. It's kind of confusing because there are a whole bunch of reports with the almost exact same name, daily absence detail. By the way, this is a new feature. You can star your favorite. So this is the one I like, star that one. And then shows up in my favorites up here. I'll show you that in a second. So let's go ahead and run daily absence detail. And what I like about this report, it's going to give you every student's absence and exactly how many minutes the House bill is calculating for it. So I'm going to do my little trick and not equal to, and so I can just quickly hit submit. I don't have to bother filling in that last section. So I'm going to export it to CSV. So this breaks it down to the minute. So my student's name was Burke. So we could find her real quick. Here she is, Diana. I thought it was Deanna. It's Diana. And she has missed, if I expand G a little bit more. So G, she has missed, there's my last Thursday, last Friday, here's Monday, here's Wednesday, and she has missed 6.25, the full day. Now, if you look at these, some other students like Bobby Birch, I bet if we went and looked at Bobby, he has a tardy and he got docked 32 minutes. So there's an excused and an unexcused column. So what I'm looking at, column I, it has headers up here at the top, but that's the unexcused. So this student here, kindergarten Ethel, missed 2 minutes, was tardy 2 minutes. So definitely use this report to figure out what the House bill is calculating for a certain day, especially if you think there's a discrepancy.